Question of the day: what is your favorite fantastical nature game? I'm thinking of things like Bitiku and this game today, Everbloom. We're talking about, and there's other ones too, Fantastic Beasts, I believe it's called, or I don't know, Mythical Beasts. I don't know. Anyway, point is mythical, fantastical, naturey games. Because today we're taking a look at Everbloom. As Bear Reinhardt and Need to Breathe said, you are the Everbloom. It's ever love. Anyway, this game is all about pollinating and whimsical, mysterious creatures, but it's area control, majorities counting, and great crunchy little points collecting. So let's take a look at what Everbloom does. We'll come back up, talk final thoughts right now.
All right, this is Everbloom, set up currently for 2 players. You've got your board here with your chips of tokens, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Each of you is going to have a special power based on which faction you are. We've got butterflies versus hummingbirds over there. You've got your main area habitat. These will not start on the board. You'll notice that if you don't place something there, you get a -5 points. And that these cards will also not start there. You're going to place these during the game. The first time you place a card into a habitat, or into the biome in the habitat, so let's just say this one gets placed. That's a wildlife card. You will then put, normally, sorry, not the wildlife. This one, you'll place this and you'll put a token of your choice that scores. That way, every time you put a card into that biome, you'll score whatever the token is up the top. So it's variable scoring like that. These are things like have the 2 points for the token at the bottom of the stack. So when you put out your tokens in a little bit, if you're at the bottom, you'll count this. You'll have a point per pollinated card. We'll talk about what that means in a minute. Over there in the different groves, if you have bees on the cards or pollinators on the cards, you're going to get a certain amount. If you have 2 over there, you'll get 2 points. 4, you'll get 6 points. And then a point per biome with a card in it. That's kind of the main way to score there. Now, what you're going to be doing on your turn is you're going to be placing out these chips onto these areas. Essentially, the amount on your chip is how many pollinators you'll put out. So if I put out 1, I could then put a single butterfly on here, here, or here. Now, this one would normally have 1 as well, based on this kind of intro starting of the game. But essentially, you're going to have a card in each of these 6 places, not these 2. These are for the ones that are going to come out during the event. Now, you're going to put your pollinators out. So if I put 1 here, I would put 1 there. If this was a 3, obviously I would put 3 out between here, here, or here. Then you're going to keep doing that until everybody's turns are over. And again, remember, you have a certain power based on possibly your number or other things. Then you're going to do the scoring. You'll start here. You'll do the Western scoring first. That would be essentially, you can either choose to have 2 bloom points, which is this board over here, or a wildlife card. And the wildlife card, like I mentioned a moment ago, is pretty cool, but they don't let you score. They just add to your nectar total, and they're self-pollinating. So they're going to just flip over and at the end, give you a nectar total. We'll talk about what that means in a minute. Then you're going to score the different cards. So whoever has the most pollinators on that card will then take the bonus at the bottom, the migration bonus. That would be everybody gets to do this. This would be the single player who won it gets to do this, whatever the bonus is. And there's a whole list of what the bonuses are. You'll then take that card, put it over here into your habitat. If it's your first one, like I said, you'll choose which of these bonus tiles you're going to use. If it's not, you'll put it in that same habitat. So let's just say we won the purple card. Purple will go here. Then I can add the tile of my choice. But it's my second purple card. I would then just score it the same way as the tile that's already there. You'll go around to the eastern side. You'll do the same kind of thing here. Do you want a wildlife token or 2 bloom points? And then you'll come back up and finish those out. Then you're going to choose to pollinate. Now, if you lost the area control majorities here, your pollinators go over to the grove. They don't go back into your supply. If you want it, they go to the supply. Then during the pollination step, you're going to pick one of the groves, which is the 5 different colors here. And you'll notice on the back of these cards, not this side, this is the back here, but the front side of the card, it shows you how many pollinators you have to have on the card to flip it over to its pollinated side. So we would take all of the pollinators off one of the different groves, and you're going to split those up and put them on your cards over here. Now the thing is though, once you've done that, they're now pollinated, and you're going to score points based on pollinated cards at the end of this phase. You'll do this each round. You'll play 3 rounds, gaining these bloom points. You're going to also gain nectar cards, which are going to give you extra nectar to put down at the end of the game, which I'll talk about in a moment what that does. And then these bloom cards here also are going to kind of like mid-round or end of the round bonuses that are going to happen each time. You'll play the 3 rounds, and then you're going to do the scoring based on the nectar. You'll turn over all your nectar cards, put them where they go, and then you'll check to see how many nectar you have. So currently, since we don't have any nectar cards here, we would have 3 nectar in this area. So if you're the person with the highest nectar in that color, you will score a point per nectar dot. Everybody else will score a point for half, rounded up. So you'll do that. You'll count final points. Person with the most points wins the game.
All right, so that is Everbloom. Everbloom, first of all, we're going to break this down into some different categories here. We've got art direction, mechanics, gameplay, rulebook, all sorts of stuff, and overall scoring. First of all, I really like the art in this game. It looks fantastic. The art looks just really, really, really good. When it comes to this, it's naturey, but it's also like mystical nature. Like think Studio Ghibli a little bit. You know, there's like a rhinoceros with like a cactus for a nose, which is pretty sweet, right? There's a lot of cool looking art. The components are nice too. I will say, for some reason or another, I had so much trouble picking up these butterflies and hummingbirds off the table. I don't know if they're just slick from the coating or what, but they're actually really difficult. It wasn't just me. So art looks great. Components are really nice. The theming is nice. Like I like the idea of you're pollinating this area and this whimsical world, right? Does it really matter? Not a ton, in the sense of like you're not rolling dice a certain way because you got a Tommy gun and that's how that would do, right? But it's there, right? The mechanics of the game, to me, are really solid, too. It could just be regular area control, but it's not. It's area control to get a card. So you're doing, or I should say majorities, really, because it is area control, but majorities to get the card. And once you've got the card in your area, then you're going to score points based on your variable scoring. Now, I like that, too, because it means that it doesn't, yellow cards aren't just the +5 points. They are whatever I choose yellow cards to be, and they're different from what you choose yellow cards to be. To me, I think that's a really cool bonus to have, the ability to choose what you want the player cards to be, what you want the bonuses to be, and then play from there, right? Play to your strengths. Collect cards to your strengths, right? You may know that you can get more points by collecting cards of this color and those hybrid ones that have multiple colors, which is really awesome. The mechanics and gameplay work really well. I just think it's smart to do something different with area controls and majorities, to actually go to this tableau builder. And the more you build in the tableau for a few of those types of scoring things, you're going to get more points. And then the more points, or the more things you have out there based on other things, you're going to get more points for the migration bonus. And then, last but not least, even if you lose the area, you're getting more cards over into the groves to pollinate, so that you can pull those over and pollinate your cards. So it's a win. It's a push-pull tug of war, because if you win the whole round of cards, you're not going to have anything in the grove to pollinate. And pollinating cards is a really good way to get points at the end of the game. So all in all, fantastic game. I think this is a really, really cool game. It's an 8.0 for me. It's a beautiful looking game, really fun, a little convoluted to learn. Like there's a lot of stuff that seems more complicated than when you actually start playing it. But once you actually play it and get into motion, it makes sense. A couple things, it's just got a bunch of easy to forget rules, like don't move this yet until you've done this. That's why I very much highly recommend making sure to follow step by step through the reference card for the migration phase and through the pollination phase, so you don't accidentally move something that you need to then go back and look at. The only thing, my only gripe is for the reference card, there's not an in-game reference card. You have to look that up in the book. That's fine, but there's not a reference card for even the end of middle of the round or end of round scoring, the bloom cards, right? So just remember those things. There's a lot of things that are easy to forget. So solid game. That is Everbloom. I'm Bryan Drake here on the Dice Tower. Make sure to follow us on X and Instagram or whatever at Dice Tower Bryan. Until next time, we'll see you on the Dice Tower Cruise coming up very soon.
Hey everybody, thanks for watching another video from the Dice Tower. Hey, you want to learn more about us, communicate with us? We have a Facebook group, we have a Discord channel, lots of different ways to get involved with the Dice Tower. You can find that in our Linktree link below. So just click that, it will take you and you can communicate with us on Facebook, join our Facebook groups. There's lots of cool things that you can find and become part of the Dice Tower. Thanks so much for watching. I'm Tom Bassel.